Get your motor running, head out on the highway. What's going on, gang? I'm Viper.
I'm Rumpo.
And we are Fireteam Hooligan of BattleChatterOnline.com. Welcome to this, another edition of the Prima Games Tactical Tune-Up. Last time, we talked about the anti-air transport vehicles available to you in the in-game expansion for Battlefield 3. This time, we'll turn our attention to another vehicle made available via the in-game expansion, the dirt bike. Rumpo, tell us why it would behoove us to take the path less traveled on the Battlefield 3 dirt bike.
Well, the dirt bike is, I like to think, one of the most balanced vehicles in the game, and I'm going to go ahead and explain why. Although it doesn't have a lot of options, it's not as if it's very dangerous offensively. It doesn't have a lot of upside defensively. However, what the dirt bike does have is that on the ground, it is the fastest vehicle in Battlefield 3. If you take that dirt bike, you have an opportunity to make it from one end of the map to the other end of the map in extremely quick times. Now, this is extremely helpful on Capture the Flag. Where the dirt bike does fall off, where you're having a little bit more trouble and where you're taking the risk, is defensively.
For all of the speed that it affords you, it's also a very vulnerable vehicle. Another thing is, it works great with a passenger. The ATV from earlier expansions doesn't work that great, mainly because you're looking away from where you're going. On the dirt bike, you have the advantage of looking forward with the guy driving the dirt bike, and you can see what's going on in front of you. And as we all know, nothing is more valuable on the battlefield than situational awareness.
I agree 100%, and that actually segues into my final point about the dirt bike, and that is that although it is very vulnerable to things such as guided rockets, there is a defense to that, and it is your environment. Now, certain maps do not afford you a lot of environmental advantages when you're using the dirt bike, and I'm talking about an abandoned flats. It's very flat, as the name suggests. It's a lot of open territory, and there's not a lot of places to hide for vehicles. However, if you think about Kiazar Railroad, there's a lot of hills, there's a lot of trees, and there's a lot of cover. So if you're going to take a dirt bike, you may want to think about your environment. As you're driving that dirt bike, don't take the main road. You may not even want to take a secondary road. You may want to go through the woods or something like that. Now, as you're riding that dirt bike, you may want to stick very close to rocks, to cliffs, to buildings, to vehicles, or anything else that happens to be on the battlefield, because those act as environmental defenses for you. So although it seems kind of silly, the way that you drive, where you drive, how you drive, and your situational awareness, as you mentioned, are all going to help you get from point A to point B safely on the dirt bike.
Take a ride off the beaten path. There you have it, the dirt bike, available right now on Battlefield 3 thanks to the in-game expansion. Don't forget to pick up the official Prima Games Battlefield 3 strategy guide, or just visit PrimaGames.com, where you can purchase the official Prima Games Battlefield 3 eGuide to instantly have tons of tactical tidbits right there at your fingertips. Prima Games, strategy where, when, and how you want it. For Prima Games and everybody at Battle Chatter Online, I'm Viper.
I'm Rumpo.
We are Fireteam Hooligan of BattleChatterOnline.com. As usual, doom on you, Mr. Tango.